Alrighty, first off, I want to apologize for both teams for the glare off my head. I'm sorry. I'm follically challenged. It is a pleasure to have you with us tonight, and it is a pleasure to have two great schools. How about, first off, the Comets of Carthage? The Panthers of Belleville Henderson? Oh, they're ready, and I hope you are too for Whiz Quiz.
Production funding for Whiz Quiz is provided by Jefferson Lewis Boces, St. Lawrence Lewis Boces, Jefferson Community College, Samaritan Medical Center, the Northern New York Community Foundation, St. Lawrence Federal Credit Union, and Front Porch Realty. Additional funding is provided in part by the Adirondack Experience, the View Center for Arts and Culture, IBEW Local 910, and O'Reilly Auto Parts of Watertown and Carthage. Scholarships for winning Whiz Quiz teams are provided in part by National Grid, Stewart's Shops, New York Airbrake, Iroquois, and the following fraternal and civic organizations.
Alrighty, welcome once again to Whiz Quiz. I'm your host, Mel Bustler. It is a pleasure to be with you tonight. We have two great schools that you're going to meet here in just a second. But most of all, we are happy to have you, the people of public television. Yeah, you run the place. We appreciate what you do for public TV. And most of all, we appreciate you tuning in for Whiz Quiz tonight. Alrighty, we are going to meet the contestants this evening. First off, Carthage, I want you to give your first and last name. And I also want you to tell us a little bit about yourself. We're going to begin with Carthage and Sam. Hi, Sam.
My name is Samuel Hutchinson. This is my first year at Whiz Quiz. I'm in 10th grade, and I'm third on the cross-country team.
Very good. You guys are running hard. Alrighty, next to Sam is Harmony. Hi, Harmony.
Hi, I'm Harmony Malowich, and this is my second year of Whiz Quiz, and I am currently one of the leads in my school's play.
Very good. Thank you, Harmony. Next to Harmony is Josh.
Hello, I'm Joshua Blanton. I'm a junior at Carthage, and this is my first year doing Whiz Quiz, and I'm first on the cross-country team.
Oh, let's see, we got two cross-country runners so far. Jace?
I'm Jace Anderson. I'm a junior at Carthage. This is my first year at Whiz Quiz, and I'm second on the cross-country team.
The first three runners from the Carthage cross-country team. Hopefully you guys stay safe for the rest of the season, or else they'll have to cancel it. Alrighty, nice to have you with us. And by the way, your advisor is with us tonight. I'm very excited to see her, Megan Bowen, ladies and gentlemen. Alrighty. Up next, the team from Belleville Henderson. You know the drill. We'll start with Paige.
Hi, my name is Paige Maitland. I'm a sophomore at Belleville Henderson, and this is my second year on Whiz Quiz. My favorite thing about history is getting to know the people of the world.
Very good. Next to Paige is Amelia. Hi, Amelia.
My name is Amelia Cabrera. This is my second year on Whiz Quiz. I'm a sophomore, and my favorite thing about the arts is how unique they are.
Thank you, Amelia. Madeline.
Hello there. My name is Madeline Green. I am a senior at Belleville Henderson, and this is my fourth year on Whiz Quiz. And my favorite thing about science is the Ig Nobel Prizes, which are prizes given for science that, quote, makes you laugh, but then makes you think.
Very good. Ashlyn.
My name is Ashlyn O'Brien. I am a freshman at Belleville Henderson. This is my first time doing Whiz Quiz. And a fun fact about me is my favorite part of math is the number 5.
Is the number 5. Sometime later tonight, you'll have to tell me why. And by the way, none of you are cross-country runners, right? Okay, just double checking. By the way, it's nice to have the advisor for Belleville Henderson with us tonight, Michelle Lawrence. Oh. Alrighty. Let's start with our first round, Smart Start. Smart Start. The teams are individually asked questions. The other team cannot answer the question. 5 seconds are given to teammates to consult with each other and ring in to give an answer. There's no penalty for a wrong answer. Questions are worth 10 points each. Good luck to both teams. We're going to begin with Carthage, and we're going to begin with history. What is the largest continent on Earth? Jace, Carthage.
Asia.
Asia is correct. Alrighty, Belleville Henderson, history question. Which continent is the Great Barrier Reef located near? Madeline, Belleville Henderson.
Australia.
Australia is correct. Alrighty, we move to arts. And we move to Carthage. In music composition, what symbol shows how many beats are in each measure? Harmony, Carthage.
The time signature?
That is correct. With a name like Harmony, you knew she would know that answer. Alrighty, we move to Belleville Henderson. Arts, what do you call a unit of time in music that holds a set number of beats? Ashland, Belleville Henderson.
A measure?
A measure or bar, yep, very good. We move back to Carthage, science question. What is frozen rain called? Jace, Carthage.
Sleet.
Sleet is correct. Alrighty. Belleville Henderson, science question. What instrument measures temperature? Madeline, Belleville Henderson.
A thermometer.
A thermometer. You know, I remember one day we had the thermometer drop. We had to buy a new thermometer. No? Okay. Alrighty, let's go to math. And we'll go back to Carthage. What is the greatest common factor of 14 and 24? Josh, Carthage.
2.
2 is correct. Alrighty. Belleville Henderson, math. What is the least common multiple of 6 and 8? Time is up. 24. 24 is what we're looking for. Alrighty, history question back to Carthage. What type of warfare uses surprise attacks and using the landscape to hide Harmony?
Guerrilla warfare?
Guerrilla warfare is correct. Alrighty, we go to Belleville Henderson, history question. The city of Babylon was located in which ancient region? Paige, Belleville Henderson.
Mesopotamia.
That is correct. Alrighty, back to Carthage. Arts. What do we call the introduction of background information in a story? Harmony, Carthage.
The prelude?
No, that is incorrect. Exposition is the answer we're looking for. Alrighty, Belleville Henderson, arts. What is a short story that teaches a moral or lesson called? Amelia, Belleville Henderson.
A fable.
A fable is correct. Back to Carthage, science question. Which planet is the largest in our solar system? Josh, Carthage.
Jupiter.
Jupiter is correct. Science question for Belleville Henderson. Which planet's average temperature makes it the hottest planet in the solar system? Madeline.
Venus.
Venus is correct. Math question. What is the radius of a circle that has a circumference of 3.14 meters? Josh, Carthage.
0.5.
0.5 meters is correct. Alrighty. Math question. We go back to Belleville Henderson. What power does scientific notation deal with? Ashland, Belleville Henderson.
The 10th.
10 is correct. Alrighty, folks, that's the end of that round. Let's take a look at the scoring so far, and what a matchup we have. Carthage and Belleville Henderson are tied up at 70 apiece. Alrighty, now we're going to find out what's happening at Carthage. Yeah, I'm going to travel to Comet Land. I want to know what's going on. Harmony, can you fill me in on the details?
Why, yes, I can. Well, Carthage is always doing something fun, so keep an eye out on that. Things that should be coming up soon will be the school's musical and Fine Arts Night, which is always great. Sometimes there's free cake. That's nice. There's also sports games. I can't tell you a lot about the sports games because I don't think I've ever touched a sport in my life.
No.
but I can tell you that they're probably doing a great job too.
Yeah, that's the way, yes. And by the way, as I mentioned earlier, her name's Harmony. You appreciate that when your name is Melvin. Just saying. Now on to round 2, one-on-one. One-on-one, each individual player is matched up against corresponding position players on the other team. If a student gets the answer wrong, the opposing student has a chance to answer. No consultation allowed. Questions are worth 10 points each. Alrighty, we're going to begin with Sam and Paige history. Which religion uses the Vedas as its sacred texts? Sam, Carthage.
Hinduism?
Hinduism is correct. Alrighty, we go to Harmony and Amelia. Who wrote the detective story, The Hound of the Baskervilles? Amelia, Belleville Henderson.
Edgar Allan Poe.
That is incorrect. Harmony, you want to take a shot?
Mark Twain.
No. Sir Arthur Conan Doyle. Alrighty. Science question, Josh and Madeline. The frequency of heartbeats is known by what term? Josh, Carthage.
Pulse.
We'll accept that. Heart rate. Very good. Jace and Ashlyn. Math question. The ratio of the number of apples to oranges in a basket is 5-3. If there are 45 apples, how many oranges? Jace, Carthage.
27 oranges. 27 oranges.
That is correct. 27 oranges is the answer. Alrighty, let's move on. History, we go back to Sam and Paige. What was the name of the first permanent English settlement in America? Paige, Belleville Henderson.
Jamestown?
Jamestown is correct. We move to arts. Harmony and Amelia. What novel by William Golding explores human nature through boys stranded on an island? Amelia, Belleville Henderson.
Lord of the Flies.
Lord of the Flies is correct. Alrighty, science question. Josh and Madeline. Name the subatomic particle that has a neutral charge. Madeline, Belleville Henderson.
Neutron.
Neutron is correct. Alrighty, math question. And that's for Jace and Ashlyn. Find the hypotenuse if legs are 5 and 12. Jace,
13.
Carthage.
13.
13 is correct. Alrighty. We go to history. We go back to Sam and Paige. This amendment granted citizenship to all people born in America. Paige, Belleville Henderson.
The 14th?
14th Amendment is correct. Arts, Harmony, Amelia. Who composed the famous symphony Fior Elise? Amelia, Belleville Henderson.
Beethoven.
Beethoven is correct. Science question for Josh and Madeline. People who move from place to place without permanent homes are called what? Madeline, Belleville Henderson.
Nomads.
Nomads is correct. Alrighty. Math question, Jace and Ashlyn. What is the area of a triangle with base 10 and height 4? Jace, Carthage.
20.
20 is correct. That is the end of that round. Let's take a look at the scoreboard. You can't get much closer. Belleville Henderson leading Carthage by 10 points. Alrighty, I'm going to take a trip to Belleville. Get off Route 81 and head to the school. And I want to know what's happening at the school. Paige, will you fill me in on the details?
Well, in December, we have our chorus and band concerts, which are always so good. We have so many talented students. And in March, we have our spring musical, which we found out is Seussical. So, yeah.
Congratulations. Are you involved in any of those productions?
Well, I do chorus, so I'll be in the chorus concert, and I'm hoping for Seussical.
Good luck. Good luck to you. I'm sure you'll do a great job. Alrighty, on to round 3, no and tell. No and tell. Questions are directed at both teams. If a team gets an answer wrong, the other team is permitted to answer. Consultations with team members are allowed. Questions are worth 10 points. The third question in a set is a bonus question that can be answered by either team. Bonus questions are worth 15 points. Alrighty. History question: what U.S. invention by Eli Whitney revolutionized Page Belleville Henderson?
The cotton gin.
That is correct. Alrighty. History question: who invented the light bulb?
Thomas Edison.
Up. Carthage. Josh?
Thomas Edison.
That is correct. You knew that question so quickly that you wanted to jump right in. Alrighty. Bonus question for history: what type of work did most women do in the early factories? Josh, Carthage.
Spinning, like cotton, knitting.
Textile work, we will accept that. Alrighty. Arts question: who composed the ballet The Nutcracker? We go to Ashland, Belleville Henderson.
Tchaikovsky.
Tchaikovsky is correct. Arts question: Tchaikovsky's 1812 overture used these weapons as percussion supports. Amelia, Belleville Henderson.
Cannons.
Cannons is correct. Bonus question for arts: what historical event does the 1812 overture commemorate? Josh, Carthage.
War of 1812.
That is incorrect. Belleville Henderson. We go to Amelia.
The Christmas truce.
No, Napoleon's invasion of Russia is what we're looking for. Alrighty, science question. What is the name of the flap of tissue that prevents food and water from entering Madeline, Belleville Henderson?
The epiglottis.
That is correct, and I'm glad you said it. Science. What are the tiny air sacs where gas exchange occurs? Josh, Carthage.
Ovules.
That is correct. Science question, bonus. What body structure protects the lungs from outside harm? Ashland, Belleville Henderson.
The rib cage.
The rib cage is correct. Alrighty, we've got a math question, so pick up your pencils and get ready for this. If f of x equals 1 over x minus 1, what is f of 0? Ashland, Belleville Henderson.
-1.
-1 is correct. Alrighty. Another question for you. Math question. Find the volume of a rectangular prism with a length of 5 centimeters, a width. Josh, Carthage?
210.
That is incorrect. A width of 3 centimeters and a height of 4 centimeters. Ashland, Belleville Henderson.
60 centimeters.
That is incorrect. It is 60 centimeters cubed is what we're looking for. Alrighty, math bonus question. What is the x-intercept of 4x plus 2y equals harmony? Carthage.
It would be 1 over 4x plus 2 equals y.
That is incorrect. Let me give the question again. What is the x-intercept of 4x plus 2y equals -8? Time is up. -2 and 0 is what we're looking for. -2 and 0. Alrighty, history question. A share in the ownership of a company is called, Josh, Carthage.
It's stock.
Stock is correct. History question. What was the name of the severe drought that affected the Great Plains during the Great Depression? Josh, Carthage.
Dust Bowl.
Dust Bowl is correct. Bonus question in history. In the 1930s, people would line up at these places to get food. Josh, Carthage.
Bread lines. Soup kitchen.
That is correct, Judge. We'll accept that. Soup kitchens, yep. Arts. Which artist created the Campbell's Soup Cans series? Madeline, Belleville Henderson.
Andy Warhol.
Andy Warhol is correct. Arts. Which artist is famous for large, colorful drip paintings and the abstract expressionism movement? Josh, Carthage.
Leonardo da Vinci.
That is incorrect. Belleville Henderson. Jackson Pollock. Jackson Pollock, what we're looking for. Arts bonus question. This artist became known in the 1980s for his bubble art style, characters, and strong, bold line forms. Sam, Carthage.
Picasso.
That is incorrect. Belleville Henderson. Madeline.
Keith Haring.
That is correct. All righty, let's check the scoreboard. And Belleville Henderson leads Carthage by a score of 220 to 190. Now, if you've missed a match or would like to watch other matches over the years, you can go back a long way on the web, watch.wpbstv.org. And now let's move on to round 4. Think fast. In this round, either team can answer a question. If your team gets the answer wrong, the other team gets the next question exclusively. Consultation is allowed. Questions are worth 10 points each. Alrighty, history question. In 1949, an alliance formed as a military counter to Soviet influence and to provide Jace, Carthage.
NATO.
NATO is correct. Arts question. Who wrote Their Eyes Were Watching God? Amelia, Belleville Henderson.
Edgar Allan Poe.
That is incorrect. It is Zora Neale Hurston is what we're looking for. That means that Carthage will get an exclusive question. What type of cloud is associated with thunderstorms? Josh, Carthage.
Cumulonimbus cloud.
That is correct. All righty. Math question on screen. Pick up your pencils. The limit as x approaches 0 of sine x divided by x equals what? Time is up. 1. 1 is the answer we're looking for. Alrighty. History question. Which principle of the United States Constitution divides power between the national and state governments? Josh, Carthage.
The 10th Amendment.
That is incorrect. It is federalism is what we're looking for, federalism. That means that Belleville Henderson will get an exclusive question. What do you call a reference to another work of literature or history? Time is up. It is allusion, beginning with an A, allusion. Alrighty, science question. Why is coal not a mineral? Madeline, Belleville Henderson.
It's made of fossilized natural material.
That is correct. Organic substance. Math question. A right triangle has legs of lengths 7 units and 24 units. What is the length of the hypotenuse? Jace, Carthage.
25.
25 is correct. That was the last question. That means we go to the scoreboard, and Belleville Henderson has defeated Carthage by a score of 230 to 220. Congratulations to Belleville Henderson and also to Carthage for putting on such a great show. Join us next time as Lafargeville meets up with Harrisville. Thanks for watching, everyone. Have a great night.
Production funding for Whiz Quiz is provided by Jefferson Lewis Boces, St. Lawrence Lewis Boces, Jefferson Community College, Samaritan Medical Center, the Northern New York Community Foundation, St. Lawrence Federal Credit Union, and Front Porch Realty. Additional funding is provided in part by the Adirondack Experience, the View Center for Arts and Culture, IBEW Local 910, and O'Reilly Auto Parts of Watertown and Carthage. Scholarships for winning Whiz Quiz teams are provided in part by National Grid, Stewart's Shops, New York Air Brake, Iroquois, and the following fraternal and civic organizations.